Okay, well, this is so fucking awkward. So I am about 20 minutes past Litchfield and already definitely not questioning, just constantly on the brink of emotion. Good emotions and bad emotions. Thinking a lot about sorry, I just got full steering wheel view, and I'm sure this audio is shit, but thinking about what it means to leave your hometown even after you've done it 3 times, and part of me is so confused still about why it stings and why it feels like I'm leaving a literal piece of my chest. It sucks, but it is just a beautiful dualism, because I'm also so excited and eager, and I feel like I am pushing myself into something beautiful and great, and finally getting to fulfill something I've wanted to do for a long time. So I have a lot of time on this trip to just sit and think about things, for better or worse. And I want to keep you updated on it, because I don't know, I think if you were sitting right there, we would be having very cool conversations, and it would make the time fly by. But I don't have that, and that feels very stupid. See, man, that's what I mean. And now I'm crying. Regardless of how ready you are to move on from something, unless you're leaving it with complete disdain, there's always a part of you that is not wanting to leave. And I can recognize that that's a counterproductive thought. Of course I need to leave, but you work so hard to connect yourself to where you're at, and to be present, and to enjoy the time you're there. And in moments like this, it feels like a futile effort, because you have to leave it. It's an inevitability that you have to leave these things at some point. And that, again, an amazing dualism there, because it fucking hurts to walk away from them. But I'm so grateful that I got to have oh my god. I'm so grateful I got to have those experiences and live in my nostalgia for a while when I was in Hutch. I mean, it really felt like I was just a kid again in a lot of respects. And it feels like I'm being forced to grow up again, which is always a good thing. So I'm gonna put a damn smile on my face. Day 2! It's day 2. Feeling much better than yesterday. Although, I'm constantly on the brink of emotion for stupid shit. I was just listening to that Tones and I Bad Child song, and it made me cry, because it's like, you're not a bad child. You're a good child. I love you. You're a good child. But anyway, we stopped in North Dakota, in some bullshit town, and now we are crossing into Montana, one of my favorite states. And I wish I had deep philosophical notes for you, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna shut everything down up here so I don't cry the whole way. Health. Reason number 45 why Colin has cried today. Eminem's Lose Yourself. Bawled my eyes out. Success is my only motherfucking option. Failure's not. That's true. It's time for Colin's Hot Takes. Music was better in the 60s for one reason and one reason only. All the songs, 2 minutes long. That's exactly how long they need to be. Don't hit me with that 6-minute rock solo unless I ask for it. Opinion number 2. North Dakota, shithole. The only reason they think they're pretty is because Montana gave them a little bit of the Badlands. But Montana is just all Badlands. So let's just go to Montana. Pew, 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 pew. Hot take number 3. Lord's a witch. Lord is a witch. And I love her. It's hard being smart. Pew, 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 pew. There's a lot of gross looking bugs out there, but have you ever seen a bison? They're weird looking. They are all neck. They're that guy. They're that guy. He looks like a bison. So we were talking about this earlier before I left, but I'm going to take a second to hype up my brother because he is the best. There's so many advantages to having an older brother, especially one with the age difference that we do. 7 years is a lot. But I never asked him to help. He volunteered, and he was excited to help. It wasn't like he felt obliged. And then to top that off, he pays for everything too, because he knows I'm a poor bitch. What a guy. Ugh, Jess, if you're watching this, I want to be like you when I grow up. Coming in, we are officially in Oregon. Oh shit, no I can't. That's Oregon. And that river is, I'm pretty sure that river is the same river that cuts through Portland and Vancouver and kind of divides Washington State and Oregon State. So I'll be living like 3 miles from that river. What do people talk about in vlogs? Does everything have to be like super earnest and thoughtful and poetic, or can I just talk about how fucking massive those goddamn windmills are? Like, is that good content? Is that good for you? I think the plan right now is to, once we get to Portland, we will move in, get all my shit inside, and then just spend the night drinking beer and building furniture and watching movies. I'm gonna make him watch Tenacious D tonight because hopefully if he hates it, he'll just distract himself with more furniture, and then it's a win-win for me. I've made a convert. I'm really bad at vlogging. But look where we're at. Jess, do you want to say something to Ryan?
My fucking phone won't work.
Ooh, and he has chowder.
Hey, that was working.
We're in Seaside. And that's that on there. Listen.
Okay, well,
Hello! I'm back. I'm also really bad at vlogging. I've done a lot in the short... Sorry. Wheel. God, I'm calling a fucking vlogging genius. I've done so much in the past 2 days and I just haven't recorded. I haven't vlogged and I don't really know why. This is kind of a learning curve, I guess. Plus I've had my brother here and he's taking up my attention and that sounded bad. It's been nice to hang out with him. Today we went to a town on the Oregon coast called Seaside, and it was the cutest little place. It was like almost like Jesse compared it to the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and I agree with that, except it's just less rich. It's a little bit more approachable than Avon. And it was really fun. We did some shopping. He got some stuff for Rowan and Lawson. It was just good. We had clam chowder. Finally, I've been wanting that for so goddamn long. Yeah, lots of shopping. Spending a lot of money. Just concerning because it's gone. Whatever. But been eating out, trying some of the restaurants. I say as I drive home with Buffalo Wild Wings. But it's also been learning about Gresham and about Portland, and we went and saw campus today and did my commute for the first time, and it was long, but I think I'll really enjoy having that time to listen to podcasts and to drink my tea and just wake up, and I'm looking forward to it. It kind of goes without saying because it's fucking Portland, but like this place is so fucking beautiful. It's exceeded every expectation that I've had in terms of natural just beauty. We took Highway 26 out to the coast today, and that was amazing. It almost reminded me of the road that we took in Flagstaff to get to the hike that we did south of there, or north of there. Just thick trees, lots of mountains. It was beautiful, and it didn't stop until we hit the coast. That was what was amazing. Like the coast was just, and then mountains. It was pretty remarkable. Gresham is not what I expected, but for the better, for sure. It's a lot more wealthy than I thought. There's a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants, a lot of coffee shops that are just locally owned. I assume. I've never heard of them before, but it's awesome, and I really like being outside of the city because today we went in, and I'm talking too much. Here's a list of a college's opinions. Anyway, we went to campus today, right? And to get there, you have to go over and then down, and right here is Portland, the downtown area. And so we drove through the most populated areas, and Jesse pointed out that you can't go 10 feet on the highway without seeing a couple of tents for homeless people, which I wasn't expecting. I know the West Coast has a homeless problem, but I wasn't expecting it to be that, I don't want to say obvious because that makes it sound like it should be hidden, but like, it's just so sad, and you realize just how big of a problem it is here. And we were talking about how conflicting it is to have a city that is so on top of things in terms of being progressive and adopting stuff like clean energy and humanitarian issues. I mean, Portland is usually the one helping propel those movements. And for them to be so advanced in one way and then have the complete juxtaposition of such a serious homeless problem, it's interesting and eye-opening as a liberal, because I don't know, it's just really sad. And I don't know how to fix it, and I wish I did, and I don't know if anybody knows how to fix it, much less Portland, you know.
So that's the vlog. Hey, one down, a lot more to go, so they won't always be that long. I'm excited to see your Colorado trip. That's exciting. You're gonna be here in like 4 days. So I realized when I was on the phone with my mom that it really sounds like I'm talking about a boyfriend when I talk about you. Whatever, romance is romance. I'm fine with it if you are. So, see you in 4 days.
Jess, you want to say anything to Ryan?
No. Fuck Ryan.
There you have it, folks.